Mary here, just resting on the world. Listen, do you ever experience conflict? Well, I do. Both inner conflict and outer conflict. And there is a way to prevent conflict. And that's to not let it happen in the first place. I know that's an oxymoron, but listen, the world is in conflict. Check it out. I mean, have you been paying attention? Are you watching the news? Are you going to the grocery store? And oh my gosh, look at what is going on. I mean, we're talking, things are a mess. And I'm laughing, I think, just for some stress release. Why is the world in conflict? Well, the reason the world's in conflict is because we people are in conflict. Our individual minds are in conflict. Our souls, our hearts, our lives are in conflict. We're in conflict with ourselves. And that's why the world is in conflict, right? The world is not some separate entity existing outside of ourselves. We are making this happening, okay? So what we're seeing going on around us, we are contributing to. And I used to not think that I contributed to things going on when I saw violence and everything. And then when I paused and looked within, I really saw that, you know, I don't have that kind of anger about that kind of thing, but I got anger about other stuff. And so, hey, anger is anger. And we attack and we lash out, whether we do that in our thoughts or with our words and our actions. But anyway, I have found pause to be an excellent practice and in preventing conflict. And this isn't an old Pollyanna, oh, everything's going to be all right kind of thing, you know, go have some hot chocolate. No, this is actually facing the situation or the feeling or the relationship that you are experiencing from within your own experience and listening to this inner wisdom that abides in all of us. Why would anyone be left out of the big wisdom, okay? And contact that inner wisdom and have a conversation with that voice instead of the little voice that's like, well, you know, if you just would have done this, and then I would have done this, and then we wouldn't be having to do this. I just did that about 45 minutes ago, so I speak from personal experience. All right, so here we go. We're going to go through one of our pause practices, and it's the orange card. If you go to pauseforiinspiration.org, you can download all this stuff for free. And, okay, I don't have my bell, so what I'm going to do is knock. I'm going to knock on the world for each step. There's 4 steps, and here we go. Thanks for being here today and being willing to prevent conflict, inner and outer. And it's pretty much always both at the same time, right? Inner and outer. It's generally not one or the other. Okay? Okay. First of all, just place your hand over your heart if you feel so guided to do so. I want this practice to be your practice, not just a mimicking of my practice. This practice is for you. So you do what is comfortable for you. I just happen to like placing my hand over my heart and inhaling through my nose, and then a long, slow exhale through my mouth. And while you're breathing, begin to pause. Either listening to me and or repeating in your own mind or out loud, I am willing to pause for my calm, quiet mind. Whether being still or in motion, I can let my thoughts slow down. I can slow down. Breathe. I can relax. Step back. I am willing to get out of my own way. I can notice my thoughts, feelings, and judgments of myself and others. Simply notice them. No need to push them away. Watch. Breathe. Whether I am upset, anxious, sad, or seeking calm, creativity, or insight, I can pause. I can breathe. I can step back. I can give myself and maybe another some space. Feel the space, the serene space that you can always tap into. Inner space and outer space, the space surrounding you. Step aside. I am willing to welcome my helpful self into my awareness. My helpful self is the love and wisdom fully available within me now. So I lay out the welcome mat for this love and wisdom. And I sit down with this helpful self, and whatever's on my mind, whatever's on your mind right now that you'd like to prevent conflict around, let that come into your mind while resting here with your helpful self. Like your inner therapist, inner wisdom. And it's free. And look at your helpful self and ask, is there another way to see this thought, this feeling, situation, relationship? Is there another way to see this? And also ask of your helpful self, what would be truly helpful now in my thinking, saying, and doing? In my thinking, in your thinking, in your saying, the words you speak, and in your doing, the actions you take, as guided by your helpful self. This isn't the self that is the victim that you let everyone walk all over you. This is the big wisdom, the real love. Just open to it. Say yes. Whether you believe in it, experience it, feel it, doesn't matter. Just say, here I am. I'm willing to receive help. Knock and the door will be opened. Let my helpful self guide. I am willing to listen to my helpful self. That is the real love and wisdom within me, within my heart, within my mind, within my being. This love and wisdom is always with you. No matter what. You can be abandoned by the so-called love, what we call love in this world, but this real love and wisdom will never abandon you. Because it's literally in the fabric of your being. It's impossible. As I follow my helpful self, I trust I am safe and able to help myself and others. I am safe. Oftentimes conflict comes out of feeling unsafe, whether we're aware of that or not. So as you pause for your helpful self, you can experience being safe, and if for some reason an external situation doesn't feel safe, you can leave. Or if an internal experience does not feel safe, you can pick up the phone and call someone for help. You can call out to your helpful self. So one thing about the helpful self is there's never any harm done. And This is my favorite part of this practice. Listen. Without your part, something is left undone that needs to be done. Without your part, someone is left unloved who needs to be loved. And I want to qualify something here. If you feel you're in a situation or a relationship that is unsafe, you can still love that person from a distance, from afar, and with this big love. Love is safe. Well, I hope this helps me today, the rest of the day, to really practice this to prevent conflict. You too.